8 mysterious biblical characters. Number 8. The man with the measuring line. The man with the measuring line is a mysterious figure in biblical prophecy, appearing in visions given to both Zechariah and Ezekiel. In Zechariah 2 verses 1 to 5, the prophet sees a man holding a measuring line, preparing to measure Jerusalem. This vision symbolizes God's divine protection and expansion of the city, not through physical walls, but through his presence. The Lord declares that Jerusalem will be a city without walls, because of the multitude of people within it, and he himself will be its fiery wall of defense. This imagery conveys a promise of restoration and divine safeguarding, especially significant as the Israelites were returning from exile and rebuilding their homeland. A similar figure appears in Ezekiel 40, where a man, often interpreted as an angelic being, measures the new temple in great detail. This vision outlines a future temple, possibly symbolizing God's perfect kingdom or a restored place of worship. Whether in Zechariah's vision of an unwalled Jerusalem filled with divine glory or Ezekiel's detailed blueprint of a coming temple, the man with the measuring line serves as a powerful reminder that God is actively shaping the destiny of his people, ensuring their security, expansion, and ultimate restoration. Number 7. Rahab, the sea monster. Rahab, in biblical and ancient Near Eastern tradition, is a primordial sea monster symbolizing chaos and opposition to God's order. Unlike Rahab, the woman of Jericho, this Rahab appears in poetic passages such as Job 26, verse 12, Psalm 89, verse 10, and Isaiah 51, verse 9 as a mighty force subdued by God in his act of creation. Often associated with Leviathan and other ancient sea dragons, Rahab represents the untamed, chaotic forces of the deep that threaten divine authority. God's victory over Rahab highlights his supreme power in bringing order to the universe, echoing myths where a deity conquers a great serpent or sea beast. Beyond the cosmic battle, Rahab also serves as a metaphor for mighty nations opposing God's people. In Isaiah 30, verse 7, Egypt is likened to Rahab, boastful yet ultimately powerless against divine intervention. Whether as a defeated force of chaos or a symbol of arrogant empires, Rahab underscores God's ultimate victory over disorder. Number 6. Og, king of Bashan, a giant with a hidden past. Og, the formidable king of Bashan, stands out in biblical history as one of the last remnants of the Rephaim, a race of giants. Deuteronomy 3, verse 11 describes his enormous iron bed, about 13 feet long, highlighting his massive stature. As a ruler of Bashan, a region known for its fortified cities and fertile lands, Og posed a significant threat to the Israelites during their journey to the Promised Land. However, despite his strength and seemingly invincible kingdom, he was utterly defeated by Moses and the Israelite army in a divinely sanctioned battle. His downfall marked the end of his reign and the last giant king opposing Israel. Beyond the biblical text, Og's story is shrouded in mystery, with later Jewish traditions and apocryphal writings adding layers to his legend. Some accounts suggest he was a survivor of the flood, clinging to Noah's Ark, while others depict him as a supernatural figure with connections to ancient pre-flood civilizations. His association with the Rephaim, often linked to the Nephilim, raises intriguing questions about the presence of giants after the flood. Whether seen as a mere warrior king or a remnant of an ancient, mysterious lineage, Og's story remains a captivating piece of the biblical narrative, blending history, myth, and theological significance. Number 5. The Watchers, the fallen angels in 1st Enoch. The Watchers, as described in the book of 1st Enoch, are a group of angels who descended to earth and defied God's order. Originally sent to guide humanity, they instead took human wives and fathered the Nephilim, giant offspring known for their immense strength and wickedness. Led by Shemihazar, 200 watchers not only engaged in forbidden relationships, but also taught humanity secret knowledge, including metallurgy, sorcery, and divination, leading to widespread corruption, violence, and a world unrecognizable from its original divine order. The consequences of their rebellion were catastrophic. According to 1st Enoch, God decreed judgment upon the Watchers, sending the archangels, most notably Michael, Gabriel, Raphael, and Uriel, to imprison them until the final judgment. Their Nephilim offspring perished in the flood, but their spirits became malevolent entities, influencing human wickedness. Though not part of the biblical canon for most traditions, the story of the Watchers remains a compelling account of rebellion, divine justice, and the dangers of forbidden knowledge, shaping ancient views on evil and the supernatural. Nael-Tamauk, the wife of Ham. Nael-Tamauk, named in the Book of Jubilees as Ham's wife, is a mysterious yet important figure in biblical history. As one of the 4 women aboard Noah's Ark, she helped repopulate the earth after the flood. While the Bible does not mention her by name, some extra-biblical texts suggest she was a descendant of Cain, raising intriguing questions about the merging of pre-flood lineages. Regardless of her origins, Nael-Tamauk is recognized as the matriarch of Ham's descendants, including Cush, Mizraim, Put, and Canaan, nations that shaped ancient civilizations in Africa, Canaan, and beyond. Though often overlooked, her role highlights the significance of the women who carried humanity forward. While little is directly stated about her, her existence serves as a reminder of the countless unnamed figures who shaped history, influencing the course of nations through their silent yet essential roles. Number 3. The Witch of Endor. The Witch of Endor is one of the most enigmatic figures in the Bible, appearing in 1 Samuel 28 during a desperate moment in King Saul's life. As the Philistine army gathers against Israel, Saul, abandoned by God and unable to receive divine guidance through prophets or dreams, turns to forbidden means, seeking out a medium. He disguises himself and visits a woman in Endor, asking her to summon the spirit of the prophet Samuel. Initially hesitant, fearing punishment for practicing sorcery which Saul himself had outlawed, the woman ultimately complies. To her shock, Samuel appears, not as an illusion, but seemingly as his actual spirit, delivering a chilling prophecy. Saul and his sons will perish in battle the next day, and his kingdom will fall into the hands of David. This eerie encounter raises many theological debates. Was Samuel truly summoned, or was it a deception by demonic forces? The text suggests that even the witch was surprised by the actual appearance of Samuel, implying that something beyond her usual craft had occurred. Regardless, the prophecy was fulfilled. Saul and his sons died in battle, marking the tragic end of his reign. The story of the Witch of Endor stands as a cautionary tale about the dangers of seeking guidance outside of God's will, emphasizing the finality of divine judgment and the futility of resisting it. It remains one of the most mysterious and debated supernatural events in Scripture, blurring the lines between the natural and the spiritual realms. Number 2. Melchizedek, the mysterious priest-king. Melchizedek, a figure shrouded in mystery, appears briefly in the biblical narrative. Described in Genesis 14, verses 18 to 20, he is the king of Salem and a priest of the Most High God. After Abraham wins a battle, Melchizedek blesses him, and Abraham gives him 1/10 of everything he has gained, showing respect for Melchizedek's spiritual authority. Unlike other priests in Israel's history, Melchizedek has no recorded genealogy, which later makes him a symbol of an eternal priesthood. In Psalm 110, verse 4, and Hebrews 7, Melchizedek is compared to Christ because both serve as priests appointed directly by God rather than through family lineage. Melchizedek's identity is a topic of debate among scholars and theologians. Some believe he was a historical priest-king who worshipped the true God, while others see him as a pre-incarnate Christ or even an angelic being. His name, meaning King of Righteousness, and his title, King of Salem, Peace, suggest a connection to the Messiah. Number 1. Enoch, the man who walked with God. Enoch, a figure of great intrigue in biblical history, is one of the few people in Scripture said to have walked with God. Unlike others in Adam's lineage, he does not experience death but is taken by God, adding to the mystery surrounding his life. His faith and righteousness stand out in a time of growing wickedness, making him a unique figure in both Jewish and Christian traditions. Beyond Genesis, Hebrews 11, verse 5 connects Enoch's translation to heaven with his deep faith. The apocryphal Book of Enoch expands on his story, describing his visions of fallen angels, divine judgment, and heavenly mysteries. Though not part of most biblical canons, these writings have influenced theological discussions on angels and the end times. Enoch's legacy continues to inspire those seeking a deeper understanding of humanity's connection with the divine. And that's it for today's video. If you found this video insightful, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into biblical stories. Have you ever felt like there's so much more to the stories you thought you knew? On our channel, we discuss the untold layers and hidden meanings behind some of the most captivating narratives in the Bible. Each episode invites you to explore the deeper emotions, conflicts, and mysteries that shaped the lives of people in ancient times. So, if you're ready to see the Bible in a whole new light, come and explore with us. You won't want to miss a single episode. Until next time, keep questioning and keep exploring.